Okay, so today we're going to be talking about adding and subtracting numbers in scientific notation. So just to begin with, let's talk about the number 1,000. So this is 1,000 right here. Okay, if I were to write 1,000 in scientific notation, it'd be 1 times 10 to the third power. Okay, that's 1,000. So if I have 1,000 and I were to add 1,000 to it, what's that going to equal? Well, that would be 2,000, right? 1,000 plus 1,000 is 2,000. Now, if I think about what that means in terms of the scientific notation, I would have 1 times 10 to the third power times, or plus 1 times 10 to the third power. If I look at these, what am I actually going to be doing to get to 2,000? 2,000 in scientific notation is 2 times 10 to the third power. So all I'm actually doing is I'm just adding that number in front. 1 plus 1 is 2. That gives me that. Okay? Basically, that's what you're going to be doing. Now, in order to add or subtract anything in scientific notation, the exponents on the tens have to be the same. And then basically you're just adding the numbers in front. Now, once you've added the numbers, if they are more or less than, if they're more than 10 or less than 1, you're going to have to do some, readjusting to the base number here, or the exponent number, sorry. The exponent number, because if it's more than 10, then you'd be taking away 1, moving decimal over, and if it was less than 10, you'd be adding 1 and so forth. So let me give you an example for, first of all. So I have 8.56 times 10 to the negative fifth plus 3.31. 8.56 plus 3.31 is going to give me 11.87. So 11.87. So I would, both these together are going to be like saying 11.87 times 10 to the negative fifth power. Now the problem here is this isn't scientific notation because when I added these two numbers together, I gained an additional 10 that I can move over here because this number is bigger than 10. So I have to move this decimal over here and it becomes 1.187, but because I took this 10 away, I'm going to add it to this 10. Now it's going to be adding a 10 because it's it's a big number, right? So instead of, it'd be like negative 5 plus 1. Well, negative 5 plus 1 is going to be negative 4. So I would actually end up with 10 to the negative 4 power. Because again, this number was bigger than 10, so I just took it and added it to my total number of tens, which reduced the number of zeros, which basically, if you think about it, if you have two small numbers and you add them together, they're going to become a bigger number, right? And 10 to the negative 4 is bigger than 10 to the negative 5. So that's why that works there. Okay, let's look at another example. Let's look over here. I have 7.4 to the 10 to the 1 plus 9 times 10 to the 1. So 9 plus 7.4 is going to be 16.4 times 10 to the 1. Now again, this is bigger than 10. So I'm going to have to take a 10 away from here and move it over here. So it'll be 1.64. And then I've added a 10 here, so 1 plus 1 is going to be 2. Okay? And that's basically all you're doing. Again, two numbers, add them together, they're going to become bigger, right? So, and if you think about it, 7.4 times 10 is 74, 9 times 10 is 90, 90 plus 74 is going to be 164, which is what this is in standard form. Okay? Let's look at another example. And it does say to write this in standard form too, so I guess I will. So this is it in scientific notation, and then 164. Okay, and then this one was going to be 0.000187. Okay, let's try an example where we're subtracting. So again, just like above, you would take, you're taking this number, subtracting that number, so 8.63 minus 2.32 is going to be 6.31. 6.31. And that's times 10 to the 29th power. Ooh, that's a big one. Okay, so this is going to be a very big number. Since it wants it in standard form, I guess I'll do it. But this is in scientific notation, right? This is bigger than 1 and less than 10, so I don't have to do any adjusting like I did up here. I just have to write this in standard form now. So it's going to be 6, and then it's going to become a big number because it's positive exponent, so it's going to move to the right 29 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Whew. And this is why we have scientific notation. So we don't have to do this every time we write something. Isn't it much easier to write 6.31 times 10 to the 29th than this old big number? Whew, man. All right, I'll do one more on here. So let's do one that isn't quite as big. Let's do one of these where we have to convert. So again, in order to do write these in scientific, or to add or subtract in scientific notation, they have to be multiplying by that same exponent, right? So I want to convert this to scientific notation, so the decimal's right here. To convert it, I have to move it over so it's less than 10, more than 1. So it would be 8.2, but then I'd be taking that 10, moving it over, so it would be 8.2 times 10 to the 1 power. Okay, then I would just be combining those two when I add, so 8.2 times 9, or plus 9 is going to be 17.2 times 10 to the 1 power, which again, that is more than 10, so I'm going to have to bring it down, move a 10 over there, so it would be 1.72 times 10 to the 2nd power, which is just 172. And that's all you're doing when you're adding and subtracting.